Talk about the Medicaid.
Two questions you get today.
I'm sorry,
Back
am I
to
allowed to do
that.
that?
Yeah, I'm sure you just want the record to be noted here. Yes.
Second question, obviously you want to make some changes to Medicaid. Can you talk to some of those changes and talk about the letter that you sent to the Obama administration yesterday?
Well, look, it's really all about, we have Obamacare coming, and it's very prescriptive. One of the things that is really important for us to do is to get as much flexibility in serving the populations that we think are most important to be served, and secondly, you know, what is involved in terms of serving them. And you know, some people have threatened to withdraw from Medicaid. I was actually asked that question. We don't have any intention of doing that. But one of the things that we did back in the '97 budget agreement was to give the governors more flexibility to design a program that would meet the needs of each individual state. And that's all we're asking for. We would like to have more flexibility in terms of meeting the population that we prioritize and doing it in such a way that we think we can be more effective in delivering services. I'm hopeful that we might get some give on that. We have the thing called the dual eligible population, which are people who qualify for Medicaid and Medicare. The administration, when I was in Washington, indicated some degree of flexibility in working with us, but we're always going to be pushing for flexibility because it doesn't make sense to put a size, to use a size 8 shoe when you have a size 10 foot. So let us design our program. One other thing that you should know is in 1997, I was involved in the creation of the CHIPS program, the Child Health Program. I was warned at the time by Senator Domenici that this program would get out of control because what I wanted to do was to make sure that we could help those Americans who were kind of caught in the middle. They don't qualify for Medicaid, but they don't have enough. And so I wanted the CHIPS program to fill that gap. And because I'm very concerned about people that get caught in these cracks. Unfortunately, to some degree, Domenici's been right. They keep trying to expand the qualifying level of income, which was never the purpose of that program. But I just tell you that because we have to be sensitive about this. But let us have the control and the tools to take care of our population. We'll do a much better job than somebody dictating from Washington. Thank you all very much. Oh, you have one more?
Yes. Talk to us a little bit about the event today, why you decided to have it at the State House and include children and families.
Well, I mean, I tell you, these events were put together with the people that I put in charge of the inauguration. And, I mean, it's just cool. I mean, frankly, I love kids, and my chief of staff is here with Aylin. Where's Aylin? Joy, you're always the one showing up. Where's your sister? She's a lobbyist, that's right. She's the one that got the snow days, so she maintains a low profile. But Joy, come on up here. Is she a sweetheart? Come on up here, right next to me. Okay, well, you've got to get your picture. You're too pretty to stand behind the podium. What is better than having a kid like this come to the State House, see a rock band, which has there ever been a rock band in? Yeah. And look, one of our favorite movies as a family. In fact, we just watched it about a week ago. Can you get a better movie than Jack Black than in School of Rock? I mean, come on, let's get with it. So to do that, and the kids are skipping a jump rope out here in the rotunda, and they get to get a little history, and the families are here. It's a new day. It's just fantastic. So tonight we're really excited. We've got this young leaders operation going tonight, and then what's really cool is we're going to go to the museum. My wife, this is the night to honor my wife, and I understand there are 17 credentialed press. Is that right, Scott? There's more interest in this from my wife than there is in my swearing in. So it should be really fun. And then tomorrow is going to be really cool, and then we get rolling on Monday with the inaugural. And I was going over, I wrote my talk on Christmas morning in my office, and Hallett was with me yesterday, and I said, Joe, it's really short. He said, how short? I said, you know, now that I think about the fact that I like to go on and on and on, it'll be under an hour. But you know, I'll tell you something really interesting. I'm just going to try to maintain composure. And sometimes it's not easy to do when you come from McKee's Rocks and your daddy carried mail, and you think about it. You know, I can understand John Boehner and the emotions that he goes through. I'm going to work on maintaining composure. I'm going to give myself one mulligan, okay? But it's just fantastic. And you know, one last thing. I hadn't thought much about the inauguration, to tell you the truth. I spent so much time focused on the cabinet and all the things that we need to do with the jobs and everything else. But it's now hitting me. It's just really cool. So thank you all for being here, and we'll see you. We'll see you tonight.